This is a Jordan 1 low, and I'm going to be deconstructing this sneaker and transforming it into an all red Air Jordan 1 high. By design, this sneaker is extremely challenging, but I held nothing back pulling out my heavy hitters. We'll be using Ferrari red suede as well as this super rare elephant print that only Nike has. We're starting with our Ferrari leather. This customer primarily wants this shoe to be red suede. This is such a great leather to be used for this build. It has a great weight as well as a soft touch. I'm making these for a one-of-one client that's paying extra for a one-of-one pair that can't be replicated. For this build, I'm using my own Air Jordan 1 high patterns that you can get on my website, linked down in the description. I traced out all my red pieces and those are ready to go. I did not do the mid panels just because I'm gonna do something else for those. But next is to trace out all the elephant print. I got it all ready to go. Just a couple pieces, not too much, so we're gonna trace those out. I have all the elephant print now traced out, ready to go, and I will be coming back for the collar and the tongue just because I have some special stuff for that. But for right now, I gotta cut all the materials out. And for the mid panel, I'm going to be cutting out the Nike sign that would be on top of it, and I'm cutting it out so you can see right through it. So then the elephant print shows in. So for the outside panel, the Nike sign will be on the outside stitched on, but for the inside panel, the elephant print is going to be on the inside of the leather, so it'll give a nice depth feel. This is a step that I haven't done on a custom before, and I'm super excited to start using this. I think it gives a really cool push and pull feel with the elephant print to the red suede. It's definitely going to be very time consuming, but I'm just going to work my magic and go through the steps for cutting this Nike out. This should give you a better idea of what we're going for now that it's finished. You got the red suede above the elephant print. It's looking very nice. This is a look that I was going for, that push and pull feel. Now that these are both finished, I've got each panel done. We're gonna go over to the stamping machine, stamp all of our wings onto the toe as well as the upper collar. So I got the heat stamping press out here in the front of my office. I like to keep it on the ground so it doesn't get anything hot, mess anything up, because it is at 300 degrees right now. I did do the toes already. They came out really nice. I'm making them very random. I don't want it to look symmetrical at all. I want them to look very different. So I got the two toes finished and we'll do a couple B-rolls for that. But for the upper collar, we are now starting on this, and this is the one that I will show you for the stamping. We got all our materials now cut out, and the three implements that I have incorporated in this shoe. First of all, the one-of-one on the heel, very nice and clean. We got the wings on the upper collar and the toe. I'm a big fan of that. And last but not least, something that I haven't done before, as well as the stamps, are the Nike sign that is layered. I think it's very cool with it being underneath it. Now the next step is to skive all the materials. We skive everything by hand to give that nice flush feel to the bottom of the sole, make it nice and flat for the lasting process. So I got to change out the blades for my tools, go through all the materials and skive them out. I also got all the internals ready to go behind the scenes, as well as a custom Star Wars liner. We got the Star Wars shirt on too, of course, because Star Wars is the best, Star Wars marble, and the Giants hat. With that being said, we're gonna skive it with my Sky right here. I got to change out the blade because this is dull from the last build. We got to throw 1 to 2 in every single shoe, but for this, start skiving and then on to stitching. We're going to be using our barge cement, our stitch machine, as well as our double side tape to be putting all these pieces together to make the shoe, as well as you smashing that like button to help out the algorithm. making great progress so far. I stitched all the double stitches as well as the single stitches. As you saw with the Nike sign, this side is lower, this side is above, so I really like that push and pull effect as well as the elephant print on the middle. But that being said, we have the wings as well as the eyelets that we got to do next. From there, we will stitch on the liner, flip it on over, throw all the internals on the inside, and the upper will be finished. So before I finish the upper, I still need some soles. These are the donors right here, red and white Air Jordan lows. But that being said, let's just work our magic and take the soles right off. Boom, just like that, worked our magic. Now we got our soles all clean, ready to go on the upper. Now what I got to do is finish the upper, get that lasted, ready to go. From there, we're gluing this bad boy on there, going to the midsole stitch, and before you know it, we got ourselves an Air Jordan 1. So I finished all the boring parts. I stitched the liner onto the inside as well as all the internals. It's coming out very nice, but now we got to stitch our wings onto the outer. We got to finish all that stitching up and get it ready for the toe. Once we get to the toe, we are going to be working on the tongue as well, and I have some cool things I will be adding to that, but for right now, let's finish the upper. Now that the upper is finished, we're gonna move on to the toe. The toe is tailored for the customer's foot. We're using the suede outer edge as well as the toe with the wings on it, if you remember us stamping that. We also have the tongue that is used with lambskin, and we do have the 01 of 01 on the front where the sock's gonna touch. I'm gonna start on the tongue now, start stitching that around as well as the toe. From there, we're gonna be connecting it to the upper, and from there, we have our full-on complete upper that will start with the lasting process. The tongue and the toe came out fantastic. I love the 01 to 01 stitch on the inside that only the customer will see. We have the upper, we have the toe and the tongue. Now it's time to put them together. Last comes first. This is obviously the last, and this is a process that's going to take the most time consuming out of the whole shoe creation. Definitely the most crucial part in this. We got the upper. This is tailored around the customer's foot. This is a customer's foot, the mold of their foot. We're going to be wrapping it around. If you want to learn this process, definitely join my shoemaking course, link down in the description. We're now all finished with the upper. We applied the sole to it. Now the next step is to pull out our last mount that we have right here, delast it, and stitch the midsole. This is a sneaker. It came out awesome. I love how the red just pops out, especially with that elephant print. This red Ferrari suede is such a beautiful leather. But now it's the time you've all been waiting for. Rip the last out, stitch the midsole, and it's all finished. If you learned anything or found any entertainment in this video, definitely smash that like button and as well as subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next custom. These are coming out crazy, but it's a moment you've all been waiting for. If you want to handcraft your own Jordan just like this, make sure to check my shoemaking course, link down in the description. But now it's time to stitch the midsole, throw in the insole, and they're all finished. And just like that, our all suede Ferrari red Air Jordan 1s came out beautiful, one of one. On the back, you got the elephant print implemented on the Nike sign over the top, Nike sign underneath the panel on the inside. We have the wings on the toes with just those fine details, as well as on the upper collar. You could kind of see it there, as well as the inside right there. I love how they turned out. We went with the white midsole, red bottom off of an Air Jordan low, and they are just looking very beautiful. I went with the white laces on this pair with the custom engraved tongue. We also have the slit right there for the laces if the customer wants to slide them in and out. But this is the overall look of the sneaker. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss out on customs just like this every single week. Smash that like button, it really helps out the channel. Join my shoemaking course as well as all my socials down below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.